It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Did your body tense up a little bit hearing that? If it did, that is your ego not wanting to acknowledge the fact that sometimes you are the problem. But it's also a good thing, because even though you are the problem, you are also the solution. And today on this episode of the Awakened Path podcast, we are going to discuss recognizing when you are the problem, taking accountability, and how we can shift, evolve, and change and become what we wish and desire to be so that we can live our best life. If you guys are new, welcome. If you're an oldie but a goodie, welcome back. My name is Ashuna, and I am a spiritual life coach, psychic medium, energetic healer, channeler of spirit, podcaster, here to share a wealth of advice and guidance with you on how you can live your best life, because I want you to have the life that you want for yourself. I want you to be the best version of who you can be. And only you know who that version of you is, and you can have that. And we're going to share tips, techniques, and steps on how you can make that your reality. But today, we're going to talk first about holding ourselves accountable, because we are always the common denominator in our life. Remember, you are the god or goddess of your universe, so your whole world revolves around you. Your interactions, how you choose to act, react, what you choose to say, that all stems back to you. You are the one thing that is the common denominator in all of your interactions. So if you don't like the cycles that you're in right now, if you don't like where you're at right now in your life, you need to be the one to acknowledge that you are the one to change that. No one's going to come in here riding in on a white horse to save you. No, ma'am. I'm sorry. That is for the fairy tales. We need to be the one to rescue and save ourselves. And how do we do that? By staring ourselves in the face, acknowledging where we are the problem, and doing what we need to do to shift, evolve, and change so we can say, well, I'm not the problem. That's not me, because I'm doing what I need to be doing. And that is where that accountability steps in. Today, guys, we are going to pull ourselves out of victim mode. I know. I've been there. We can sit here and say, well, I didn't do this because it was too hot outside. Or I didn't do XYZ because of this person. Or this is a horrible living situation, and so I can't do the things that I want to do because of where I'm living at. We have all sorts of excuses, guys. I know. I've been there. I've been there with the excuses. But we need to stop staying in that I'm the victim. I have all this other stuff that's affecting me. We are the ones who get to shift, evolve, and change. Remember, you are not a tree. You are not rooted into the ground. You are not stuck where you are at. You have hopefully 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 feet, 2 hands. If not, you're still living life. We can move. We can move wherever we want to go. There is nothing holding us back or holding us down. And trust and believe, even those who maybe are missing a limb are still getting themselves around. They're still finding a way to get through life and make things happen. Victimhood is not a good look on you, girl. It's not. It's not. So we're going to pull ourselves out of that. We are going to hold ourselves accountable today, and we are going to realize what we need to do. We are going to stop sabotaging ourselves. We are not going to continue to get in our own way. We are going to acknowledge that if we want change to happen, it starts with us. It starts with us putting in the effort and making the changes that we want to make. If you guys follow me over on TikTok or you join some of my live feeds, you know that I am on a health journey. I'm also currently doing the 75 Soft Challenge, and that challenge includes drinking 3 liters of water a day, picking a diet and sticking with it, moving your body for 45 minutes a day, reading 10 pages of a personal development book, and finding time each day for some form of mindfulness, whether that is a quick meditation, some prayer, some journaling, and it's holding yourself accountable for 75 days to complete all of these tasks each day. And let me tell you, some days it is hard to stay on task. But you know what? We keep doing it. Because if we want to make the necessary changes, if we want to shift and evolve ourselves and create better habits, it starts with us acknowledging where we are off track and putting ourselves back in alignment. Because if we want to have the life that we want for ourselves, we have to align ourselves to receive it. And we do that by making healthy choices for ourselves. I am very proud to say that since September, I have dropped 50 pounds. And I am so incredibly proud of myself for being able to make this happen and really sticking to what I said I'm going to do. I am creating a version of myself that I love to be. And I want you to create a version of yourself that you love to be as well. Whether that is losing weight, building up your strength, becoming more educated, being more creative, whatever that looks like, guys, you can have the life you want for yourself. You can live life on your own terms. You can become whatever you desire to be. It's just a matter of you looking yourself in the mirror and saying, okay, maybe I am the problem. Maybe I need to recognize things I need to shift and change within myself so I can be what I wish and desire to be. Because let's be honest, there are going to be days where sometimes we have a whole lot of snacks. And then we look at ourselves and we're like, why did I eat all that food? Why did I eat that food? It doesn't make me feel good. All I do is feel run down. I feel depressed. I feel sad. I feel anxious. I feel whatever. And I'm mad at myself. Well, why be mad at yourself? Why should we keep ourselves in that vicious cycle? Because I know that vicious cycle. I know that vicious cycle very well. Where I had a bad day at work and I'm going to go treat myself to my favorite food because it's going to comfort me. And then I'm going to eat too much of whatever those foods are. And then I'm going to get mad at myself for eating so much. And then when I step on the scale and it's going up instead of down, then I'm going to beat myself up over my choices that I've made. When in all reality I had to do was acknowledge, hey, I'm having a rough day. What is a healthy way of me working through my emotions around this day so that I don't resort to something that is going to make me feel worse or keep me in a vicious cycle? So that's what we're going to do, guys. We are going to start to acknowledge, what are the cycles that we keep putting ourselves in? Do we keep dating the same type of person who is not a good fit for us? Do we keep eating foods that are not nourishing our body and helping us to thrive? Are we making poor choices in how we work through our emotions? Are we resorting to things, different substances as an example, or maybe are we harming ourselves in some way, all for the sake of feeling a certain feeling when it's not a healthy cycle for us? It's something that we need to work through. We need to shift and evolve from. If you guys are hearing stuff in the background, I apologize. Two of my cats are chasing each other. So I hope it's not showing up here, but if it is, it's my kitties. They like to make an appearance sometimes. So what are the hard truths going on in your life right now that you are not willing to acknowledge? Have you let your space go, as an example? Have you maybe allowed yourself to clutter up your space with things? Have you been neglecting to take out the trash, wash the dishes, clean your clothes? Those are things that maybe we have put off because we're just not in a good mental space. And we need to finally say, hey, I need to put a handle on this because I don't want this to get worse. I need to acknowledge, I need to shift, I need to change myself so that I am not keeping my space a cluttered mess. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I have been there. I still live in a slight bit of clutter, but nowhere close to what I have lived in the past. But I acknowledge that, hey, living in clutter only clutters my mind. It only makes it harder for me to think and connect. And when I take the time to organize, to put things in their place, I declutter my mind at the same time. So maybe for you, You need to take some time to do the dishes. Maybe you need to throw a load of clothes into the washing machine and remind yourself that you need to put them in the dryer, because we do not want our clothes to smell moldy because they sat in the washer too long. I have some towels that still smell moldy because I did that. So I speak from personal experience. Make sure that when you hear the timer go off, you put them in the dryer, or you set a reminder on your phone to move them to the dryer, because we don't want that. We are taking accountability right now, guys. We are not going to sit here and keep acknowledging that we can live life the way that we're living it and expect to have the results that we want. If you want to lose weight, as an example, you have to join me. You have to eat healthy food. You have to move your body. You have to acknowledge what you're consuming and connecting with. I'm not saying not to have treats, because you could totally have treats and still, live a healthy life. But we have to acknowledge when we are having too many treats, when we are not giving ourselves what we need. And sometimes we need to acknowledge that we need to nourish our soul as well. It's not always about nourishing our body and nourishing our mind. Sometimes our soul needs nourishment. And our soul gets nourished by grounding ourselves, spending time outdoors, meditating, journaling, doing the things that we need to do to connect to our higher self, which is our version of us in spirit, connecting with our spirit guides that want to help us and assist us along our journey. Sometimes we have to take the time to connect, because when we take the time to connect, when we allow ourselves to clear out the clutter of our mind, to free up space so that we can listen, we can receive, that is when we get what we need in order to move forward. We finally are able to tap in and be like, oh, yeah, I'm being guided this way. This keeps popping up. Maybe I need to explore that. I don't know why, but I feel like I need to share this with you guys. I went to the thrift store yesterday. I love the thrift store. I actually bought this dress at the thrift store, and I think it looks really damn cute on me. But while I was at the thrift store, and I've been there multiple times this week, no shade, my roommate loves to go. It was 50% off yesterday. We had gone on Sunday. Now it's Monday. We went again because it was half off. I had seen some shorts that I liked, but they were $10, and I didn't feel they were worth $10. They were not $10 shorts. Maybe Fabletic shorts are worth $10. In my eyes, they were mostly rayon, and they weren't worth $10. So I was not going to buy them at the $10 price. So when we went yesterday and everything was half off, I'm like, I'd buy these shorts at 50% off. I think they're cute. They're worth buying if they were half off. So I searched for those shorts, and you know what? They were not in my size section. So I was like, well, maybe somebody bought them. But then that little voice in the back of my head, because I clear out the clutter of my mind, said, go and check the extra larges. And I was like, okay, well, I don't wear an extra large. I wear a 2X. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go check the extra larges. So I went around the corner and I checked the extra larges. Well, guess what? There were the shorts, the exact shorts that I wanted to pick up. And I was able to find them because I listened to that little voice in my head that said, hey, go over here. And sometimes, guys, when your voice in your head is saying, hey, you should do this, or hey, try that, listen to it. Unless it's telling you to harm yourself, because that's negative self-talk, and we don't do that around here. Unless it's telling you to harm yourself, go. Give something a shot. Give it a try. I also feel like I need to tell you guys, you can usually differentiate between you telling yourself something and your spirit team telling yourself something, because you're going to use a bunch of I statements. And when you're hearing you statements, that's usually your spirit team making suggestions to you. Be proud of yourself. You're doing great. You are amazing. You are doing XYZ. You should look into XYZ. You should follow through with that thing you said you were going to do. Whatever that looks like for you guys. But acknowledge, evolve, shift, change. We're kind of going all over the place today, and I'm sorry for that, guys. We are going to take time to acknowledge areas of our life that are a problem for us, that we want to shift, evolve, and change. But we are going to do it from a loving aspect. We are not going to beat ourselves up. We're not going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe how stupid I am for letting my house become a complete and utter disaster zone. I am so mad at myself for letting myself eat so much food and make so many poor lifestyle choices that I am the size I am today. We are not going to beat ourselves up over what we have done in the past. We're just going to acknowledge in the moment where we're at. And we're going to say to ourselves, I love myself enough to make the changes I need to make to find my happiness again. I'm stepping back in my power. I am no longer powerless. I am powerful. And I am a creator. And I can create whatever I wish and desire for myself, whether that is reshaping my body, whether that is reshaping the space I live, whether that's recreating who you are as a person because you want to have a different job, you want to live a different lifestyle, whatever that looks like for you guys, you are the creator. You are the common denominator, and you can shift, evolve, and change yourself anytime you wish. But we are going to sit down and we're going to take some time. And I want you to get out your notebook, get out your journal, go to the Dollar, aka Dollar Tree, and buy yourself a notebook and a pen. You don't have to spend crazy amounts of money, but if you want to invest in something nice, by all means, go and do that. But take time to write out things that you want to change in your life. What are a list of things that you want to shift and evolve and change within yourself? Write down your list, whatever that looks like, and then start to figure out your game plan on how you are going to shift whatever that is. So let's use weight loss as an example because everybody can understand weight loss. So if you're looking at yourself and you're like, I would really love to lose 40 pounds. Okay, that's great. You're acknowledging that you're not happy with your weight and you'd like to lose 40 pounds. You think that you're going to feel so much better if you drop 40 pounds. That's great. How are you going to drop those 40 pounds? What are steps that you think are sustainable and habits that you can create for yourself that will have a long-term result in helping you achieve what you desire? Are you going to join the gym? Are you going to start being a 10,000 step a day girly and go on your, walks? Are you going to start to shift what you're eating? Are you going to pick a specific diet that you think is going to get you there? Figure out your game plan. And if you figure out a game plan and you fumble the ball and it just doesn't work for you, then go back to the drawing board and pick something else that you want to try. Because guys, you can shift and evolve and change anytime you wish. There's nothing holding you to what you initially thought was going to work. If you're hitting your head against the wall and it's not working the way that it was, then evolve. Try something different. Do something else. There's absolutely nothing keeping you where you're at. Nothing is keeping you stuck except yourself. And that's where we have to look ourselves in the mirror and be like, I don't like this. What do I need to shift or change? How can I pull myself out of this cycle? How can I evolve myself? How can I stop blaming everyone else? Stop getting on myself for my issues. How can I evolve beyond that? How can I love myself more? How can I recreate myself? Because guys, we can recreate ourselves over and over and over again. You're just a soul here having a human experience, living life, acknowledging things, learning and growing, and you can decide what you want to learn and grow from. So if you're tired of living with bad relationships, having poor friendships, having a body that's larger size, working a job that you hate, then what are you going to do to change that? You can change that anytime you wish. Go back to school if you need to go back to school. Start your own business if you want to work for yourself. Do whatever you need to do to make your happiness your priority. Because when you love yourself, when you are happy, when you are living a life that you're excited to live, that is when you become in alignment to be what you wish and desire to be. Because I can sit here and give you all sorts of manifesting techniques and tell you all the things that you need to say to yourself. But if you're not taking inspired action towards becoming and being what you desire to be, you can manifest until the cows come home. And you know what? It's not going to do anything to help you. Yes, it's great. It gets you into that mindset and it helps you to clear out the clutter. But you still have to take action steps, guys. Those 40 pounds are not going to lose themselves. You're going to have to put in the work in order to lose those 40 pounds. And I don't know about you, but I would rather work on losing those 40 pounds for my highest good and with great ease than to have 40 pounds come off in some horrible way, like losing a limb or something. I'm not saying that that is a way that we should do that, but let's start focusing on asking for things to happen for us for our highest good and with great ease. And let's start acknowledging what we need to shift and change within ourselves so that we can love ourselves even more. We can start to create a life that we love living. So, who needs to leave your life right now? What are the items, the people, the things that you need to clear out? Is there a job that you need to leave so you can work something that you like better? Do you need to finally start that business that you've been talking about starting? Is now the time for you to launch that podcast, to start doing videos over on TikTok, to start that YouTube channel, whatever this looks like? Guys, start to prioritize yourself, your dreams. Get out of your own way. Acknowledge how you can shift, change, and evolve yourself. Because that is what we are here to do. We are here to become what we wish and desire to be. Whatever that looks like for you. So go color your hair. Cut your hair. Put in extensions. Go and lock your hair like I did. I don't care what you guys do. But do what makes you happy. Do what makes you feel like life is the best thing ever and I'm so living for it. Stop living in cycles that are not working for you. It's time to acknowledge where we have gone wrong. Where did we go rogue? How can we stop taking a left, as Bugs Bunny said, I took a wrong turn in Albuquerque. Okay, well, let's go back to Albuquerque and take the right turn then. Let's get back. Let's get back to being who we wish and desire to be. As usual, guys, we're going to wrap things up today with a little bit of a meditation because we all need to take a moment to meditate. It's very important. It doesn't have to take a whole lot of time. I'm never asking you guys to sit still like a Buddhist monk for 2 hours and not budge and totally expect your mind to be clear of clutter. But we can take a moment or two just to center and balance ourselves. So if you're not driving right now, you're not walking on the treadmill, you're able to join us, please join us. Otherwise, please come back to the meditation when you're in a space where you can. But close your eyes for a moment, guys, and I want you to take a deep breath in. Hold it for a moment and release. And take one more deep breath in for me. And I want you to let your whole body just flop and relax. There is no tension in your body right now. As you exhale, all the tension is released. And if you're able to, guys, take your hands and put them over your heart. And I want you to tell yourself, I love myself. I love myself so deeply that I am willing to acknowledge the shadows that need to be cleared and released from my life. I am acknowledging that sometimes I need to hold myself accountable. I am the problem in my life, and I am going to shift, evolve, and change that. I love myself so much that I am going to step back into my power. I'm going to recognize how strong I am, how capable I am, And I am going to have the life that I desire for myself because I deserve it. You deserve to have all the good things in your life. You deserve to live life on your own terms. You deserve all the love, all the respect, all the recognition, all the support. Everything you desire, guys, it is there for you. You just have to be willing to acknowledge what you need to shift, evolve, and change to receive it. Take a moment, and I want you to surround yourself in a beautiful pink bubble of light. This beautiful pink bubble is filled with love. We are holding ourselves in a big, beautiful bubble of love. The only thing that is allowed in this bubble is what is positive to us, what is healing to us, what is helpful. Anything that's been dragging us down, making us feel less than, it's all cleared. It's all been banished from our energetic field. We no longer have anything getting in our way. We are now armed with the tools, the techniques, and the knowledge to shift and evolve and change. And starting right now in this moment, we are going to start to make the right choices for ourselves. We are going to break free from the cycles that are no longer working for us. We are going to become whatever we desire to be. And when you're ready, guys, open your eyes. Come back and join us. I want to thank you guys for going on this journey with me today. It is always an honor and a privilege to get to spend some time with all of you. If you guys need help acknowledging your cycles, acknowledging the problems in your life, if you need some tips and techniques on how you can become what you wish and desire to be, I would love to work with you. I do offer one-on-one services, so please go to my website, get on my schedule, or join me on one of my live feeds. I will be live on TikTok, usually live most nights of the week. So come hang out with us, get a reading, get some advice and guidance, because I am here for you guys. My job is to help you to see the beauty within yourself, to help you see the love, the joy, the happiness that you can have. Help you to live the life that you desire. And I know that you're going to make that happen. And I'm happy to help you on that journey. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. And we'll be back again next week with another episode.